What's going on, guys? DLegend here. Today we are partnering up with a brand new grading company called KOBA Grading, and they graded some of my cards that we are going to showcase in this video. If you guys are interested in a giveaway for some of these graded cards, all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram and follow KOBA Grading on Instagram as well. Links will be in the description below, and I'll probably make a post about it on Instagram as well, so you guys have access to it. But yeah, 3 steps and you're entered into the giveaway. It'll be international, so don't worry about shipping. I will cover that. But yeah, let's get right into the video. I'm gonna show you guys the pre-grading video first, and then we'll go into the graded cards here. We're gonna be submitting 2 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. This is a beautiful Cyber's Clock Dragon from Soul Fusion. Ghost Rare, only exclusive to the OCG. Perfect foiling, like literally immaculate. Centering is pretty darn good too. Nothing really wrong with the back at all either. So really awesome card to submit. Corners look great. There's just this little fleck of something stuck on it, but we got it off. And yeah, I kind of expect this to get a gem mint 10 or a 9.5 at the very, very least. It's like ever so slightly off-centered left to right. But otherwise, a very, very clean card. Hoping we get a 10 on that guy. It'll be cool to see how they grade Ghost Rares. Next up we have, that's a Japanese OCG version, by the way. This is a Red Eyes Black Dragon from LOB. It's a Korean version. This card is basically pack fresh as well. And yeah, we're gonna see how it does. OCG cardstock is amazing, so we'll see how they take that into account. I do want to grade some English stuff, but I am saving the majority of my stuff for PSA for the time being, until we figure out what KOBA is all about and kind of have a taste test of them. Next up we have a Charizard. So this one's interesting. This one's actually from Unbroken Bonds originally, but this is a Costco exclusive promo that they released in a box that Costco started selling somewhat recently, I think. Well, like a while ago now. I think it's been about 2 years since this was released. But this is because this card I think only comes in reverse holo or in a different holo pattern. I don't remember exactly. Couple of tiny issues on this card. First of all, like centering is pretty darn good. But of course, like most Pokemon cards, there's a touch, like just a smidge of corner whitening. On those corners, edges look great though, and back centering is really good as well. It is slightly warped, so we'll see if that actually matters to them or not when grading. But yeah, this is basically pack fresh from the box as well. Next up, we have a card that I have really high hopes for. So Reshiram, amazing rare, really nice looking card. I love amazing rares. I don't know why they discontinued them, because personally I think they are gorgeous, and I think every legendary should have an amazing rare printing. This card, I think, is the closest to gemming. It is beautiful. And, like, nothing wrong with the card. Back centering is actually the only kind of little tiny issue. Top to bottom centering is slightly off on the back, but otherwise, gorgeous everywhere. So I'm hoping this one gets a gem mint 10. But that's the last of our Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! We're moving on to a card that I'm actually really excited to grade with KOBA, because they actually grade different TCGs other than Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering, and MetaZoo and Flesh and Blood and stuff like that. They grade some TCGs that are actually out of print, including Chaotic. Chaotic is a game that went out of print a long time ago because the TV show stopped a while ago as well, but this card is gorgeous. This is Maxor, one of the main characters or monsters in Chaotic. And yeah, this card is gorgeous. I really like Chaotic. It's one of my childhood favorites, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of on par with Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time. But this card is basically immaculate, I would say, other than some scratching, which is kind of how these cards are. Touch of whitening there, touch there, and there as well. So we'll see how this one does. Maybe a PSA, or not a PSA, a KOBA 9 or so, just to account for those edges and that tiny bit of surface wear. But centering is really good on this card, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so the cards have been graded. I've taken them outside of this box already, and I have them right here. I'm gonna show you guys them one at a time because I don't want to spoil anything. So first and foremost, unfortunately, my Maxor did not get graded, which is too bad because this card is beautiful and I really want it slabbed up just for my personal collection. I'm gonna probably send this over. I know I said in the submission video that PSA and Beckett do not grade chaotic cards, but they actually really recently started grading them. And so I'm probably going to be submitting this to PSA in the near future, just for my personal collection, like I said. So unfortunate that KOBA could not grade it. It's just because the card itself couldn't fit inside the slab that they have, because they have very distinct dimensions for Pokemon cards and then for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So unfortunate that they couldn't fit that in, but that's okay. No big deal. Moving on though, we have 4 slabs. So each of them come in little sleeves like this. I took the rest out, but this one is a Cyberse Clock Dragon. Let me just take it out of the sleeve real quick here. And this is my first time looking at it, so let's see if we can get a good grade. So I think I predicted a 9.5 or 10 on this one, and it looks beautiful, immaculate foiling, really nothing wrong with it. OCG card quality is just beautiful, like I said. So they actually labeled it properly, 2018 Soul Fusion JPO 34, and it's a ghost rare, and it's Japanese, so they labeled everything correctly. I probably would have moved the ghost to the bottom there just to say ghost rare instead of just saying dragon ghost, if that makes sense, but I guess that's just how their labels work. They've got a barcode kind of like PSA as well, where you can scan the card and kind of check out the card itself on their website, I think. And then we actually got a Gem Mint 9.5, so that's pretty good. That's basically within the realms of what I thought it would be. So I'm okay with that. That's pretty cool. And the subgrades are actually on the back of the card, so let's have a look at those to see why we got this grade. So it says centering is 9.5, which is pretty solid. I think it's like ever so slightly off center top to bottom here. And then corners got a 9, which I guess it's pretty fair because there are little specks of whitening on 3 of these corners, I'd say. Edges are 9.5 and surface is 9.5 as well, so that's pretty good. 9.5s all around, basically. This is a Gem Mint 9.5 Cyberse Clock Dragon Ghost Rare, so I'm really happy with that. Let's leave that off to the side and move on to the next card in the submission. And next up, we have a Red Eyes Black Dragon. Look at that beautiful LOB Red Eyes from the Korean reprint. This is gorgeous. Big fan of this card. And I actually got this from Dr. Chickens recently, so definitely check out that video if you haven't seen it already. It should be up by now. If not, I will probably get it up for you as soon as possible. But yeah, this card got a 9, so mint 9. Still a gold label, so that's pretty cool. And I really like the clarity of these cases. Really nice. Let's check out the subgrades here. Ended up getting a 9 for corners. Probably fair. Just a little touch of something there and there as well. And so I think it's a fair grade overall. Edges 8.5, so yeah, just a little touch of whitening right there, which is cool that they caught that. Centering is 9.5, and then surface is a 9, so pretty fair grade overall, I'd say. And yeah, happy with that. This one's actually going to be one of the giveaway prizes, so if you want to be entered into the giveaway for that, definitely follow the steps that I mentioned before. Subscribe to this channel, follow me on Instagram, and follow KOBA Grading on Instagram as well. And now we're moving on to Pokemon cards. So we have a Charizard from Team Up originally, and this is actually the Costco promo version of this card. So very interesting. I actually talked to the president of KOBA, and I was like, I showed him the cards I was going to be submitting, and he pointed out immediately that this was the Costco promo because he is a trading card expert himself. So really cool to see that he actually noticed that, and I guess to distinguish that from being a regular Team Up card by saying that it's a Cosmo Holo. And I don't know if that's the official term for them or whatnot, but yeah, cool that they actually said that it was a Cosmo Holo rather than just saying like that it was just a regular Holo. And it's cool to see that like it doesn't say Costco, because that would be weird to say like Costco Holo promo or whatever, because it's the exact same set number and everything like that. So very interesting. This one's pretty cool as well, and it actually ended up getting a Gem Mint 9.5. Centering, I think, got a... Yeah, okay, perfect 10 for centering. Corners got a 9, which is fair for this specific Pokemon card. And then edges and surface both got 9.5, so beautiful card. This one I'm going to be keeping for my personal collection because I really do like the look of this card. And it'd be cool to keep some KOBA slabs for myself as well, obviously, so there's that. And then one more card. All right, last but not least, we have a Reshiram Amazing Rare. This card's gorgeous. I think they're highly underrated because of the beautiful textured colors there on each of these Amazing Rares. I think these are beautiful cards. This card I thought had a really good chance at getting a KOBA 10 because it was pack fresh. Modern Pokemon is really easy to grade, generally speaking. These are the subgrades I got. So corners got a 9.5, which I guess is probably fair, but I can't really see with my naked eye any issues with the corners, but I guess 9.5 is pretty fair. Centering got 9.5 as well because top to bottom, I guess, is slightly off, which is probably completely fair as well. And then edges and surface both got 10s, so ended up getting a pristine 10, which is pretty awesome. That's kind of what I thought it would get. And overall, we did really well with all of our grades. So pretty happy with these overall. And the way that KOBA slabs look, they are really nice looking. The slabs themselves are really heavy duty, if that makes sense. They're like really solid. And it feels like if you tried to like snap it in half like that, or like try to crack it out of the slab, crack the card out of the slab, you won't be able to do that with a KOBA slab versus a PSA slab that you can probably snap in half with just your bare hands. Or if you dropped it, there would probably be damage to it compared to one of these KOBA slabs. So that's pretty cool. And then I really like the clarity of these. So what I mean by that is like you can see the full card without really being like held back by the plastic around it, if that makes sense. PSA cases are getting better, I'm not gonna lie, but there was a period in time where there was like a lot of scratches on them and like a lot of issues with them. So I don't know if they changed their product or whatnot, but that's the beauty of having multiple grading companies. Like you actually get to see improvements and like innovation between different companies. Because smaller companies like KOBA or other companies are just kind of like pushing PSA, BGS, and CGC further along to like to force them to improve, or else why would you grade with them versus something like KOBA, right? KOBA is really cool too because they have no upcharges for their cards. So if you submit they have two different submission levels. So they have a 60-day turnaround. I think it's $15 per card. I think it's probably faster than 60 days per card right now. And then they also have a faster turnaround time. I think it's 10-day or 15-day. And I think that one's $40 Canadian dollars, by the way. So pretty cheap to grade your cards through KOBA. And they do not upcharge. So what I mean by that is if I've graded, let's say I graded a really high-end card, like a first edition Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, and it got a PSA 10, PSA is going to upcharge me a lot for that if I submit it at a bulk service level or like even just value TCG or something like that. Whereas KOBA will not upcharge you for whatever grade you get is whatever grade you're going to get. And you're not going to be charged more than what you originally agreed to pay for it. So if at the $15 level, you're paying $15 Canadian, which is like what, $11 US right now, I think, with current conversion rates. So basically that's the end of this little video here, guys. If you guys want to submit to KOBA directly yourself, if you want to check them out, definitely use my promo code DLegend10. I'll leave that in the description below as well, and also a little annotation right here. So you guys can save 10% off of your grading fees, and that helps to support the channel as well. So definitely use that code if you are planning to submit through KOBA. I think it's worth giving them a shot, guys, because they are really high quality slabs. And I think once you guys see these in your hands, you're gonna like them a lot more than you just looking at them through this video here. Yeah, use my code DLegend10, but also if you want to submit through me to KOBA, you can do that as well. You can just send them to me. If I'm going to still take PSA submissions, so I'm going to be grading to PSA again in the near future, but if you want to submit through KOBA, it'll be even easier for me because I don't have to ship them to KOBA. I literally drop them off because they are local to me, which is super cool. So there's way less chances of your cards getting lost in the mail if you have to ship to me and then I have to ship to PSA versus you shipping to me directly and then I drop them off to KOBA. Or if you even want to just ship to KOBA directly to save yourself a bit of hassle that way. But yeah, that's basically the end of the story, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if you want to be entered into the giveaway for this beautiful Red Eyes and this beautiful Reshiram, 2 separate winners, I will cover international shipping anywhere in the world. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at DLegend_Yu-Gi-Oh, and follow KOBA Grading on Instagram as well. And that's it, guys. You will be entered into the giveaway. Feel free to share the video and like the video, of course, and like my Instagram post and all that stuff as well. But you don't have to do those things. All you have to do are those 3 steps. So thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you to KOBA for doing this little partnership with me. I look forward to seeing where you go with your brand and your company, and just continuing to see improvements in the grading company world and just grading cards in general. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.